This is Bullwinkle, whose jockey club name is Drilling Deep, and he's my 16 one-hand 3-year-old thoroughbred gelding. And he's been here for a few weeks now, and he's probably had about a half a dozen post-track rides, and he's still a wiggly green baby. Of course, you're not going to change that in a couple of weeks and a half dozen rides, but his progress has been unbelievable. He came out the time I rode him before this ride just super straight and soft and just seemed really clicked in. So I decided that we would give riding in the field a try because it just felt like I had enough steering that this was a possibility. And he was fantastic. I'm absolutely thrilled with this horse. We did this yesterday, so it was Monday morning, and so what I hate about riding in the field during the week is all of the huge trucks and stuff that are going by. And of course, as soon as we got out there, huge trucks started going by. But he was great. I don't think he worried or cared at all. I was certainly far more stressed about it than he was. And so here he is. We had trotted around for a few minutes. And so, of course, he's looking at all the things, and that's totally normal. And I would expect him to do that. But he's doing it all within a good balance, and he's doing it all very politely. He's not being dramatic about checking out all the things going on around him and all the new things in front of him. And I think he had that clump of grass in his mouth for the whole ride, which I know it's not very professional, but I just think it's so cute. So you might notice, you might not notice because the grass is a little bit tall because it's been raining endlessly for weeks, but he actually has a boot on his right front, I believe it is. So the day before this ride, I had ridden him in the ring, and then Alyssa and I had ridden out here and hacked around a little bit to let him see all the things, and he had stepped on his shoe and twisted it. So I ended up having to pull off that right front shoe. So he's got a boot on, which of course he has great feet, and he probably would have been comfortable barefoot. But I just don't like walking them over the gravel and stuff that you have to walk over to get out there when they don't have a shoe on. So anyway, he has the boot on, and he got the shoe back on later that afternoon when my farrier came. It's just I had a doctor's appointment, so it was do it in the morning with the boot or don't do it at all. And he was not bothered by the boot. And I actually think it's hardly noticeable in the grass. So I should stop talking about it. I actually love some of the steps that he was giving me in this. He was a little more energized as you would expect them to be when you take them out of the ring and put them in a new environment. Up here you're seeing this was our little loss of steering moment. I did not intend to be that far away in the field, but that is where we ended. And so you see, he's very polite about it. It's not like he's doing anything egregious, but you just sort of all of a sudden, like, that's a loss of power steering. So, no problem. We just came back to the walk to slow things down, straighten back out. And then we went for a canter. And his first canter transition was a little disorganized, which would be expected in this setting. So, but he did pick up the left lead. So we cantered around for a little bit, and he was really nice in the canter, nice frame, listening well, luckily steering well in the canter. And then at some point, I don't remember if he broke or if I asked him to trot, but then we did go back and do another transition, which was much, much better. I really like those steps that he's taking there. That's a really cute frame for him. And then really good canter transition. What a good boy. I was happy with all of that. I thought it was two great transitions to the canter and out of the canter. I thought he had a nice shape in that canter and a good balance. That was super. So here we're walking because there's a massive truck coming down the road, and that's who I'm waving at. I'm waving at him could be oh, I don't I'm waving at the driver. I don't know if it was a man or a woman because they were so polite and they slowed way down when they went by, which most do not. But this driver was very kind. So then we just sort of took that as an opportunity to change directions, and then we'll do our canter stuff to the right. I lost the outside shoulder a little bit there. Got it back here. So the first time I asked for the right canter, oh, that's the truck you can see in the background that just went by. First time I asked for the right canter, we picked up the left. This is not a big deal. Oh, and here we're stopping because my dogs are crossing in front of us. There you go. You can see Annie. He was very good about that. He takes it all in stride. This horse is very mellow in his brain, which I very much appreciate. And then there, really nice right transition. I'm just so happy with some of these canter transitions he's doing. That was really good. He has a great canter. He's really starting to find his balance in the canter, and oh, a little bit of loss of steering there. I actually thought for a second he was going to jump over that log. I'm glad we didn't. I don't want to be jumping things with a boot on. And so this is the downhill part of the field, and he did a really nice job staying balanced. I'm really happy with him. I don't think this ride really could have gone any better than it did. Can you believe that Poland called?
Don't you bite me. Don't you bite me.
He really wants to. You're a good boy. Hi, boy.
Fucking petting zoo around here. Petting zoo around here.